and a warm welcome to Fast Forward to New Possibilities. We'd like to request you all to take your seats as this evening's event is about to begin. Dare yourselves to turn them off and be present. Photography and videoing of any of tonight's event are strictly prohibited. However, you will find that we have our own photographers and cameramen capturing every moment for you to enjoy at a later date. Now, sit comfortably, take a moment to breathe, and enjoy the experience.
That saved a poor wretch like me. I once was lost. But now I'm found home. Was blind, now I see.
rooms that the light gets in. It's in the darkest room that the candle glows. It's at the bottom of the deepest well that the softest earth will break your fall. It's on the mountain that I learned the most. It's when I fell down that I knew my strength. It's not my mistakes tell you who I am, but what I do with them and who I will become.
Om Shanti. A very warm welcome to my sisters and my brothers, a greeting of peace to all the dignitaries who've honored us by their presence. Thank you to everyone who's taken the time to come here and join us in Wembley at the SSE Arena. But in fact, the invitation is not just for this space here, but the invitation is a much higher one. The invitation is to move together into a higher dimension, a space in which you can imagine, visualize, experience a world of peace, of truth and dignity and beauty, a world of harmony. Am I crazy? Well, as the song goes, I'm not the only one. I think many of us share this vision, this dream, and tonight we have the amazing fortune of welcoming to London onto this stage Sister Shivani, who I think all of you have heard about or seen. She'll be coming up in just a few minutes, but she's going to be the pilot who's going to carry us from this space to that other dimension and show us how to be able to create that world and make it become a reality for you and me and the whole wide world. We can all be co-creators of that new reality with the presence of the divine and the power and grace, the amazing grace that comes from the divine. We can make it possible. We're going to experience that world here tonight, but we're also going to take away tips and tools to be able to make it a daily reality in our lives. Thank you for joining us. Om Shanti.
Of the many wonders that surround us in the natural world, one of the most intriguing and enduring mysteries is that of the transformation of the caterpillar from a chrysalis to a butterfly. Tired of its endless feasting, the caterpillar reaches a point where it can consume no more. Instead, it turns within and begins to imagine a very different reality. At the core of its being, profound changes are beginning to stir. It's a process I recognize within myself, as I too become still and sense the stirrings of an inner awakening. I too ask myself the question, who am I? What is my true potential? As I move from fear to freedom, from hopelessness to hope, I begin to take the first steps on my own journey of transformation. The story of the Brahma Kumaris. It was just such a calling which stirred in the heart of the founder of the Brahma Kumaris, Dada Lekhraj, who soon became known as Brahma Baba. The impulse for change came as a result of a series of visions he received, in which he saw how the world itself was to undergo a process of profound transformation. The changes that came about in Brahma Baba as a result soon brought about changes in others too, who likewise were feeling the urge for something new. The small group that formed around him, mostly women, became known as the Daughters of Brahma, the Brahma Kumaris. When the call came for someone to come to the West and share the vision of the Brahma Kumaris, it was Daddy Janki who stepped forward. With nothing more than a change of clothes, she left India for the first time and boarded an aeroplane to London. She had practically no formal education behind her and didn't even speak any English. What she did have, however, was an unshakable faith and an unbreakable love for God.
अपने संकल्प भावना श्रेष्ठ रखो, भगवान में विश्वास रखो, विश्वास तब होगा जब हिम्मत होगी, सच्चा बन करके परमात्मा के प्यार से उसका जो फल मिलता है औरों को देंगे.
Daddy Janki stayed in London for the next 40 years, sharing the fruits of her faith, courage and honesty with many others, inspiring them to connect with their own inner powers for self-transformation. Now, after more than 80 years of spiritual service and well into her hundreds herself, Daddy Janki is still the same powerhouse she ever was.
The exchange that you're having with others is creating something.
Sister Jenti has witnessed firsthand how, with Daddy's presence in London, the Brahma Kumaris has grown from an apartment in a small terraced house to a purpose-built facility serving the whole of the UK, Europe and beyond.
When I started on this journey, I wanted to see, was it possible for me to change characteristics that were negative and be able to transform myself into the original state of being that I knew was possible. And to my wonder and surprise, I discovered that that's what all this is about, that you can create the highest within yourself and allow that potential to emerge in a very practical way. And if one person can do it, well, so can many, many others also.
The Brahma Kumaris was established in 1937 in pre-partitioned India. It now has a presence in 110 countries, through a network of over 4,500 centres and more than 1 million regular students worldwide. Soon after the establishment of the Brahma Kumaris in London and in 40 cities throughout the UK, meditation and retreat places were established throughout Europe. Today, more than 80 years later, it has grown into a worldwide spiritual organisation and the largest of its kind to be led by women. Like the transforming cells of the chrysalis, which group together to form supportive clusters of new butterfly cells, the Brahma Kumaris has a global network of centres where spiritual support encourages innate potential to flourish.
The spiritual organization invites people from all walks of life to come and learn the art of Raj Yoga meditation free of cost. Everyone, regardless of religion, race, social or economic status, is welcome to study the spiritual knowledge and meditation.
Meditation helps the soul to see with positive energy and sharing this positivity with others. Putting those positive qualities into practical actions, and with self-transformation, hope is created that eventually the world will become a positive place to live.
There's a purpose to the Brahma Kumaris being at the United Nations. And the purpose is to reaffirm faith in the dignity and worth of the human being. So the way we do this is that we bring to the table, we integrate into the programs of the United Nations a spiritual trajectory of awareness, attitude, vision, action as a subtle dynamic to transformation.
Over the years, the activities of the Brahma Kumaris have diversified with a number of international events, including projects like Million Minutes of Peace, Global Cooperation for a Better World, Peace in the Park festivals, and programs for young people and emerging leaders, Choose, Change and Become, Spotlight Values, and Om Cafe. The Brahma Kumaris also work in partnership with several other international projects, including Living Values Education, Images and Voices of Hope, and Spirit of Humanity Forum, as well as participating in the international events on climate change.
Wherever the Brahma Kumaris centers exist, they play a significant role in the community. Whether it's supporting people in the aftermath of a disaster, encouraging women to make positive changes to their lives, helping teenagers cope with the huge pressure of modern life, or just supporting individuals generally who wanting to grow and change within themselves. We are there to help. Whenever we can, we are there to serve.
Our lives and the changes we make to them are part of that process of change. Each small step affecting the whole. As the butterfly flaps its wings, the effects can be felt on the other side of the world. What we are witnessing in the world, as with the butterfly, is the splitting open of the old skin and the emergence of a new and transformed story for humanity. Like the emerging butterfly, there comes a time when we too are ready to unfold the wings of our own conscious awakening. Profoundly changed from the place where we began, we step into our full magnificence and splendor. And it's then that on our journey of transformation, we begin to truly fly.
You know, Clark, I've been thinking about this journey of transformation. And I've been wondering to myself what it would be like if we all just took off all the masks and stopped playing the roles and lived from our hearts.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do because the whole world is telling you who you are. You know, you're a man or you're a woman, you're black, you're white, you're rich, you're poor, you gotta wear this, you gotta wear that. How's it going now? You all right?
Yeah, but isn't it a relief when you don't have to believe all those things? You can just be yourself.
But to do that, you have to take the internal journey.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but that requires effort. A lot of effort and focus, yeah?
What if I was just to stop being afraid? What if I was just to stop?
What if I was just to stop from being afraid?
Oh, yeah.
And just stop.
I've got one for you.
Go on.
What if I was just to stop people pleasing? What if I was just to stop?
What a world it would be.
What if I was just to stop people pleasing? What if we were just to stop?
I think it would feel like this. There'd be more sunshine in my sky. There'd be more laughter in my life. There'd be more chance to feel everyone is everyone.
There'd be more dancing in the rain, be more love running through my veins.
And no regrets when it's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
To say goodbye. Yeah.
I feel so good.
Oh, dance to that different drummer. Go ahead.
Yeah, look at them so happy dancing.
Yeah, there it is.
Hey, I got one for you.
Take it.
What if I was just to stop blaming my brother? What if I was just to stop?
What a world it would be.
What if I was just to stop blaming my sister?
Oh, yeah.
What if I was just to stop?
Stop, girl, stop!
What if I was just to stop putting myself down? What if I was just to stop?
Oh,
What if I was just to stop running myself round and round? Slow down. There'd be more stargazing at night, the fingertips of the divine, to feel your presence touching mine. Yeah.
There'd be more times when my whole heart would just be grateful to be alive, and in the joy of being here.
one more time.
Being here.
Let's go.
What if I was just to start being me? What if I was just to start?
What if I was just to start being me? What if I was just to start? Yeah. I'll be me and you be you, yeah?
Yeah, let's do
I'll
it.
be me and you be you.
It's such a relief.
I'll be me and you be you.
I'll be me and you be you.
I'll be me and you be you.
Sounds good to me.
Being me, being me, being me, being me, being me, being me, being me. Let me hear you sing it. Being me. look fantastic.
Oh, Luce, that was wonderful.
That was fun.
Doesn't it feel good, Luce?
Minnow,
Thank
why don't we
you.
let Luce be Luce?
Good
Thank
idea.
That would be great. Oh, what's going on?
Very good.
Oh, thank you so much.
It looks nice, doesn't it?
How beautiful.
It's
Thank you.
absolutely lovely.
Oh,
See you later.
see you later. They say the wind calls your name as she carries you down, and the trees whisper poems of love when your feet touch the shed tears when they feel you pass by. They know you have returned, and the circle is joined by the birth of a star. Now will you go, will you go, will you go, dancing with me tonight? Will you teach me to fly away to the places you see? Star child, now will you show us the way from the darkness and fear, from the twisted beliefs we cling to, from the deep veil of tears? Will you carry us home across a bright field of gold? For God is revealed, and the promise is sealed at the birth of the star child, and the world is reborn. It's the end of the storm at the birth of the star child.
Om Shanti. And good evening. Good evening. Om Shanti. Greetings of peace from the Brahma Kumaris. A very beautiful greeting, a gentle reminder, and an affirmation of our original nature. Om Shanti, I am a peaceful being. The song had a very powerful message for each one of us. And together, we said the word, being me. How many of you were part of that? Being me? Yes? Being me? Ready to be me? And what all did they say we are not going to do? We are not going to blame. We are not going to blame. We are not going to go down in pain. We're going to accept and we are going to be me. Let's take a moment of silence. We are here together to create a shift which is not going to be a shift just within me, but will translate into a shift in the world. A shift from the caterpillar to the butterfly. A metamorphosis, not only of me, the individual, but the time has come for a metamorphosis of the world. Just sit back, relax, and take a minute. We all know the present state of the world, and we're not here to talk about it. Whether it is our emotional well-being, our physical health, mental health issues, or climate change, or the world at large, we're not going to talk about it today. Today, together, we're going to discuss about the world we are ready to create. Are you ready to create a new world? How many of you are ready to create a new world? How many of us want a new world? We want a new world. Now, one is a desire for a new world, and one is to take responsibility of creating the new world. So for me to take responsibility of creating the new world, I need to see what kind of world I want. Close your eyes if you want, just so that everybody around you settles down. And fast forward, shift. The mind has the power to transcend time and space. See on the screen of your mind the world you wish to see. The world you wish to see. Look at yourself first. Look at yourself first. And look at your happy face. Happiness, that radiant face which stems from that inner bliss. Look at your face first. And look at how life is going to be. Doing everything we are doing being with people, working with an energy of calm and ease. See yourself with family, harmony in relationships being a natural way of living. When the mind is pure, relationships beautiful, how would the body be? Perfect, healthy, mind and body in harmony. How would nature be? Climate in the new world we create. How would nature be? How would the weather be? We are seeing the new world which we are going to create. Please raise your hands, those who are able to see this new world. They can see a faint picture of this new world with happy faces, happy within, harmony with each other, living with ease, with dignity, nature serving us in harmony with the mind. Okay, now come back to this world. It takes only a thought to shift from this world to forward and go and see the new world, and then come back to this world to create that world. Come back to this world to create that world. Now raise your hands if you're ready to create the world you have seen. And you know what we have to do for that. Do we all know what we have to do for that? Yes? Every day, when we're sitting across the TV screen and listening and watching to the state of the world, each one has only one thing to say: when will all this change? And who is going to change this? And that's where spirituality gives the answer. It's not going to be a particular section of society, whether it is the political leadership, whether it's the religious leadership, whether it's the scientific community. A single community cannot change the world. At the Brahma Kumaris, we have a very beautiful slogan, a motto, a mission, and that is, when I change, my world changes. Can we say this together? When I change. No, you haven't said the first part. That's more important. Let's say it together. When I change, my world changes. I am the creator of my world. I have a choice what kind of world I want to create. I'm ready. You've all given a commitment without even knowing what needs to be done. So we are ready. And you know what? you are live on national television today. So everyone's seen you. Everyone's seen you making a personal commitment. I am ready to change the world. When we are here together like this, a collective energy, who have the same intention, a pure intention to shift, then everything is possible. The world today, how many of you have contributed towards creating the world as it exists today? How many of us have contributed to the world as it exists today? Please show your hands. Right at the back, have you contributed towards creating the world as it exists today? Great. And what did I have to do to create this world? Nothing much. Just a little bit of ego once in a while. A little irritation when things didn't go my way. A little anger when people were not up to my expectations. A little hurt when people were not right to me. A little emotional exploitation of the self. Repeatedly saying, I cannot forgive, I cannot forget. Not taking care of my body. That's all I had to do actually. One did it, another one joined, 100 did it, 1,000 did it, and very soon almost all of us were creating that energy, and that's when the tipping point happened, and we created a world where we are saying stress is normal, anger is normal, fear is normal, competition is a way of living. Now we're going to shift to a world where peace is normal. Unconditional love and unconditional acceptance is not just a word to be read in articles and social media and to say, what a beautiful quote, I must forward this to all my friends first thing in the morning. How many of us like the word unconditional love? Just listening to the word feels so good. Unconditional love. And I'm sure all of us want unconditional love. But when we were standing on the side which says, I want unconditional love, this is the world we created. Today we are going to shift to, I radiate unconditional love to people. And shift from a culture which says, life is a competition, to creating a culture where sharing, caring, cooperation is a natural way of being. Can I give a small suggestion? The screen at the back is for those who are the ones who are in the front have the fortune of not having to look at the screen. Can we do that? Shift. Shift. This is shift. Shift from our old ways of thinking of turning towards the screen and come back and move away from the screen, because most of us are connecting to people across the screens today. Most of us are meeting people across screens today. We could be sitting at home in 2 different rooms and messaging each other. And we thought that was enough. We could talk to each other, we could see each other across the screen, and that's enough for a relationship. A relationship was not about talking and seeing each other. A relationship was about exchanging vibrations and energy with each other. So let's create a shift. Take that head a little bit away from the screen, here, right in the front. And be careful, because after 5 minutes you might find it going again. This is a shift, a change in habit. Anything done 10, 20, 30 times becomes a habit, and after we make it a habit, we don't control the habit starts controlling us. And then I say, I didn't want to look at the screen, but I don't know how I was again looking at the screen. Because I am now not choosing the habit has taken control of me. And that's why we are here today, to change our old habits, the ones which are not good for me and not good for the world. In Hindi, there's a very beautiful line. And that line is, Sankalp se Srishti. Sankalp, thought, Srishti, world. Sankalp se Srishti means my thoughts create my world. How many of you agree my thoughts create my world? Then the topic is over. All that we have to do is change our thoughts. The world will change. We know it all. We know it all. And yet we are not living with that awareness while we are doing everything we are doing. Let's take this line back today and live with the awareness always. Sankalp se Srishti. My thoughts create my world. Now, how do my thoughts create my world? Because I believed the world can only listen to what I speak. The world can only see how I behave. Nobody knows what's going on in my mind. Many of us have mastered a new way of living, where we are very polite in our words, very sweet in what we say to each other, very courteous in our behaviors. But my thoughts, anyone here knows how to create a little negative thought but a very perfect positive word? Should I give an example? Lovely meeting you. We should meet more often. Next Sunday, let's meet for coffee. Picture perfect words. Thought. It was so boring being with her today. Next time she calls, I'm going to have a reason ready for not being there with her. Any of us know how to do this? A different thought than a different word? Yes? Yes? And then I said, I spoke perfect, I behaved perfect, I was perfect with her. Then why is my relationship not strong? Because I thought my words and my behavior create my world. Sankalp se Srishti. Thoughts create my world, not words and behavior. Let's fit the equation right today. We all create thousands of thoughts in the day. Medical science says about, on an average, 20 to 30 thoughts in a minute. But thousands in a day. And let's see the impact of each one of these 1,000 thoughts. Every thought I create, please fit it in carefully, the impact of every thought. Every thought I create, the first influence is going to be on how I feel. My thoughts create my feelings. So any day you're saying, don't know why, I'm feeling very low today. All that you have to do is pause, check, what was I thinking? Because if I'm not creating the right thoughts, I cannot be feeling nice. So my thoughts create my feeling, first effect. My thoughts create my feeling. Second, my every thought radiates to my body. My every single thought radiates to my body. So my thoughts create my health. Third, my every thought radiates to the person about who I'm thinking. They may be in the same room, They could be in another country. Thoughts are not bound by time and space. My every thought reaches the person who I'm thinking about. My every thought creates my relationships. Fourth, my every thought radiates into the environment. If someone had to come and check the energy of this hall today, if someone had to come and check the energy of this hall today, it would be the sum total of the state of mind of the 10,000 souls in this hall today. Do you agree? Yes? So if each one of us is calm and peaceful, this hall is going to vibrate at the energy of peace. If most of us believe that stress is normal, this hall will vibrate at the frequency of stress. Our thoughts radiate into the environment, create the atmosphere. For influence. Let's say it together. My thought creates my... अच्छे से? My thoughts create my feeling. 2, my thoughts create my health. 3, my thoughts create my relationships. 4, my thoughts create my world. Now, if most of the time today I'm feeling stressed, worried, anxious, troubled, if physical health is an issue of concern for me, if my most beautiful relationships seem to have misunderstanding and conflicts, and the world is what we know the world is today, it's all starting from my thought. When I change my thought, and this is the power we have, if I simply change my way of thinking, then happiness, health, harmony, heaven on earth will be my destiny. Happiness, health, harmony, heaven on earth, my destiny, only by changing my thoughts. Who is the creator of our thoughts? Who is the creator of our thoughts? Because now we have to change our thoughts. Because when I understand that my thoughts create my emotional health, mental health, physical health, social health, relationships, and my environmental health, I just cannot afford to create a single wrong thought. Who is the creator of my thoughts? Who is the creator of my thoughts? Who is the creator of my thoughts? Myself. Please check your vocabulary. Have you ever used the line which said, "He irritates me"? Sounds familiar? And after a few days, I don't even say he irritates me. I say he is irritating. Finished. Finished, which means it's a permanent label that he has the power to create irritation in me. She upsets me. They insulted me. I'm happy because of her. I'm angry because of him. I'm disturbed because of them. Anyone here using a vocabulary of this kind? Yes? Now let's change that vocabulary today. All that we need to do is change this vocabulary today, which is saying, whatever I'm feeling, the emotion that I'm creating is because of something and someone outside. Because the something and someone outside is not according to me, my thoughts are not according to the way I want them to be, and then I continue creating unhealthy thoughts, and as a consequence of which my happiness, my health, my relationships, and my world is affected. So I need to check the equation. We are the ones who said, I am the creator of my thoughts. And at the same time, we are saying, they upset me, they hurt me, they irritated me. When I say, they upset me, the line itself is saying, what I'm feeling here is being controlled by them. And for me to be able to change my thoughts, who needs to change? For me to be able to change my thoughts, who needs to change? अच्छे से बोलो एक बार, for me to change my thoughts, who needs to change? Them. हाँ, self तो अभी बोल रहे हैं. While we're here together, the wisdom within emerges and we say, who needs to change? Me. But when we are out there, we say, please change. Because when you change, I will be happy. When you behave right, I will be peaceful. We keep asking people to change. The people could be our family, the people could be friends, colleagues, a stranger on the road. Please change. And while we are asking them to change, we are reaffirming the belief, you are the controller of my mind. Please change for me to be happy. Did they agree to change? Did they agree to change? Did they agree to change? How long more are we going to continue trying? Why don't they agree to change? Why don't they agree to change? Because they are comfortable being the way they are. Let's be very, very clear. People are not going to change for me. I can advise, I can instruct, I can discipline, I can bless. They will change when? They will change when? When they want to change. But you know what happened? The day they chose to change, I created another wrong belief and I said, I changed them. And when I said that to myself, I changed them. I thought I have the power to change people, and I continued being the same way. Change, 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 change. People will change only when they want to change. People will change only when they have the power to change. Just the desire to change is not enough. I need to have the strength to change. Our role in creating a shift in them is also to radiate the right thoughts to them, to empower them to change. But if we keep asking them to change, second line is, I expect them to change. Third line is, if they don't change, I'm disappointed. Fourth line is, you let me down. Fifth line is, I'm hurt because of. And my happiness, health, relationships, and the world got affected. So let's once and for all tell ourselves, I don't have the power. I don't have the power to change. I have the power to advise, instruct, discipline, and most important, I have the power to bless them and empower them to change. But I don't have the power to change someone. There's only one person I can change. There's only one person I can change. There's only one person I can change. And for that one person I said, my mind is not in my control. I don't know how I said those words. It was just a slip of the tongue. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to say it. I don't know how it happened. I didn't mean to say all this to you. Trying to control other people and for the self believing that I have no control over myself. We started living in an illusion which said, I affect your state of mind and you affect my state of mind. And it's only this one belief system which has created the world as it is today. So I cannot change people. There's only one person I can change. And today we're going to shift our attention and energy of change from the world to the self. Ready to change? Ready to change. That's why we're here today. In the hall next door, there's a very nice musical show going on. But you have chosen to be here today. This itself shows the quality of your sanskar and karma. This itself. It takes huge responsibility, huge courage to be ready to change on a Sunday evening. And with eagles next door, we are here ready to change the self. Amazing. This is a gathering of pure, powerful souls ready to change. So one equation fit for life. I cannot change people, I can change only myself. Second, situations and people's behavior is the stimulus of my life. If people behaved perfect, situations were perfect, I would never get disturbed. So that was one option, asking them to be perfect. But let's see the power they have on us. Situations and people are the stimulus of my life. It's outside. What I think in response to what they do is my choice. Close your eyes. Please close your eyes and bring on the screen of your mind the last time you created anger. Rewind. It could be this morning, it could be in the last week, the last time I created anger. Verbal, behavioral, the last time I created anger. Look at the situation, the person, their behavior, the stimulus. And now shift attention to yourself. How was my reaction? What did I feel? What did I say? How did I behave? Keeping the scene the same, stimulus the same, spotlight on the self, replay the scene, just doing it another way. Same scene, same stimulus, same behavior from them, me another way, the new way, the way I want to be. Responding, choice. As you see yourself responding another way, you're preparing your mind to respond that way next time. Still, let's look in the front. Look in the front, create a right thought, bless the soul. She's perfectly fine. She's perfectly fine. Look in the front, please. Bless the soul. She's perfectly fine. My thoughts radiate to her, heal her. 10,000 souls radiating positive thoughts have this power to heal the other person. Together create the thought, she's perfect, healthy. She's perfect, healthy. This is how Situations will not create our thoughts. Our thoughts will influence the situation. Can you see the difference in what happened? Did you see what happened? Situation, not very right. If I allow the situation to influence me, I get disturbed. I radiate that disturbing energy into that environment and to the person. I add pain to their pain. And this is not only for a stranger here in this hall, the same equation applies to family at home, children at home. When someone is upset, unwell, unhappy, all that they need from us, emotional support. Not support which means we are sitting with them only, support which means we are creating only peaceful, calm, powerful thoughts for them. You today, each one of you, has healed her in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. That's all. Or the other option would be, we would all get disturbed because one person was not well. Is the equation fitting in fine? Is the equation fitting in fine? Who's the creator of my response? Who's the creator of my response? Me. Do I have a choice? Yes. Sometimes or always? Sometimes or always? Always. Use the power. Use the power of your thought. Okay, Ji, how many of you could rewind the scene and see yourself responding another way? You saw yourself responding another way, right? And which means the stimulus is not the creator of my feelings. I choose how to respond to the stimulus. What was the new response you saw? What was difference in how you reacted last time and what you saw right now? What was the difference? What was the difference? Anybody? Anyone? It was more calm. Anything else? Yes, brother? What did you see in yourself? What did you see in your new way of responding? It was more? How many saw yourself calm and in control? Saying the same thing but more politely, sweetly, softly. What we could see now, can we do it if the situation comes to us again tomorrow? Can what we saw right now in 30 seconds, can we do that when the situation arises tomorrow again? Yes? Anyways, we have to because we raised our hands, we're creating the new world and it's on camera. So those people are going to see you tomorrow and they say, oh, I saw you last evening at Wembley saying you're never going to get angry. Personal commitment. Shifting from a way of automatic reactions, reaction after reaction, allowing the situation to overpower me, to taking charge. With the awareness, situation is at their own energy, I choose my vibration. I choose my vibration. I am the creator of a pure, powerful, new world, which means my mind has to be at that high vibration. How many of you are ready to take a personal commitment today, Sunday to next Sunday, 1 week without anger? Good. And you know, in that 1 week, in 7 days, you have contributed towards creating a peaceful world which everybody wants. You are going to contribute towards creating a peaceful world which everyone wants. All that I have to do is, in the morning, prepare myself. All of us have a to-do list. Tomorrow, Monday morning, beginning of the week, there's a to-do list for the week and a to-do list for the day. Monday, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, to-do list. Tomorrow morning, along with your to-do list in the calendar, add one column, the to-be list. How will I be while I'm going to do this? We're human beings. And that's why the song was so beautiful. Be. What were the words? Be. What were the words? Being me. It's not about doing. It's about being me. And how do I want to be? Calm, peaceful, unconditional, unconditional love, unconditional respect. 1 week. Only 1 week. All that I have to do is, in the morning, prepare myself. That's meditation. Preparing myself in the morning. How am I going to be today? Close your eyes again and see your Monday. Fast forward to tomorrow. Only tomorrow. You already know what you're going to do tomorrow. Any meetings, travel. Now, choose for yourself. While doing what I am doing, how is my Monday going to be? Be for me. How am I going to be tomorrow? Situations may be my way, may not be my way. Things may go as per plan, things may change completely. How am I going to be tomorrow? And see yourself being that way. Early in the morning at home, traveling to work, at work, first meeting. How am I going to be tomorrow? Visualize, see yourself. Because while you're seeing it right now, you're already preparing that scene on the screen of your mind, and it will replay tomorrow. Okay. Now tomorrow morning, don't go to the newspaper to see how's my day going to be. I am a Leo, how's my day going to be tomorrow? I am a Gemini, how's my day going to be tomorrow? The newspaper will not tell me how my day is going to be. I choose. I choose to be the way I want to be. I am the creator of my destiny. Everyone's prepared? Monday? Monday? How many feel I will achieve what I have seen right now? Faith in the self. And please don't put the word try in your vocabulary. I will try. No. Because who I'm going to be here is not dependent on the outer world, and so there's nothing that can stop me from being who I'm going to be except for myself. And the only word which stops me is the word try. Because when I say I will try, the next thought my mind creates is, try, but you know what, you have to meet that person tomorrow. And you know what happens every time you meet him, but you still try. I've already finished. I've already changed my thought. And thoughts manifest. Thoughts manifest. Sankalp se srishti. My thoughts create my world. And the second equation is Sankalp se siddhi. Thoughts manifest. Thoughts manifest. Think carefully. So next equation, I am the creator of my thought. Situation and people can do nothing to me. I choose. Now, tomorrow during the day, someone at home or someone at work is going to be absolutely opposite to what you had expected them to be tomorrow. Now, first thing, immediate attention. I have to think right in every situation because my thoughts create my world. My first thought to protect myself in that situation, their words, their behavior is a reflection of their mood, their personality. It's nothing about me. Immediately bring yourself out from their energy field circle. Otherwise, the victim feeling will say, why did they do this to me? And when I say, why did they do this to me? Why did they say this to me? I get sucked into their energy field. And once I get sucked into their energy field, I will be vibrating at the same emotion at which they were vibrating. There are two ways of living. Either get sucked into people's energy field or pull people into your higher energy field. So immediate. They are not doing this to me. They are not saying this to me. It's about who they are right now. And how I'm going to respond is going to be about who I am, not about what they are doing. When people throw their energies at us, we have three options. One, reflect their energy back to them. Energy can be reflected. So the way they behave with us, we behave the same way. We reflect energy. Second option, absorb their energy. Don't say anything to them, but get disturbed inside. I've absorbed their energy. First option, reflect energy. Second option, absorb energy. Third option. What's the third thing we can do with energy? Reflect energy, absorb energy. Third option, transform energy. Which means they throw anger at us. And what do we send them back? We send calm back to them. Transformer of energy. Am I ready to be a transformer of energy? Yes. But for that, I have to first take care I don't absorb their energy. And the easiest way to protect yourself is to immediately remind yourself, they are not doing this to me. It's they who are going through what they are going. I was sitting one day like this with a group of nurses. There were about 1,000 of them. And I just asked them, what's the cause of stress in your life? And I thought they would say, patient's behavior and erratic time, night shift. And unanimously they had one thing to say, when the doctors get angry with us. And I said, but you're used to patients behaving in a different... They said, nice sister, they are not well, so it's okay. I said, the one who's shouting at you is also not well. And they looked at us and I said, really? They are not well? I said, obviously the one who shouts is not well. No, emotionally unwell. The next morning, one sister calls up very sweetly and she says, ye to bahut simple hai. This is very easy. I said, what happened? She said, this morning in the OT, he started shouting at me and I immediately created a thought and I looked at him and I said, oh, not well. Finished. Simple. We are not going to laugh at them. It means compassion for them. They are not well. We radiate compassion to those who are physically unwell. The need of the hour is to radiate compassion to those who are emotionally unwell, and that will only happen by not absorbing or reflecting their energies. So we have to see the vibrations of people around us. So tomorrow, situations will be their way, people will be their way, and I will be my way, because my thoughts create my world and my thoughts manifest. Now, today, we're going to change our vocabulary. There are some words which are very low vibration words which we have been using a little too often. Most of us are walking around saying, I am stressed, you are stressed, we are stressed, the world is stressed. And nowadays we don't even use the word stress. We say, I am depressed today. Please be very careful. Thoughts manifest. Thoughts become your reality. The more we went on saying, I'm stressed, you're stressed, the world is stressed, we've created the world like this. The first time I came to the Brahma Kumaris center, and the sister there says to me, please say, I am a peaceful being. And I looked at her and said, that's not true. She said, I know. She said, I know that's not true. I said, so why should I say it? She said, because you want to make that a reality. Sankalp se siddhi hai. Thoughts manifest. Let's make this equation very clear. Do not look at this situation and create your thoughts. Create those thoughts which you want the reality to be. What we are doing today is we are looking at the current reality and creating those thoughts. The equation is not Srishti se Sankalp. The equation is not as is the world, so is the thought. The equation is Sankalp se Srishti. As is the thought, so is the world. So, when we start practicing Raj Yoga meditation, we start lying to ourselves. Which means we started creating a thought who we want to be and not creating a thought what we are right now. So we started saying, I am a peaceful being. I am a happy being. I am a loveful being. I am a powerful being. I am child of God, the ocean of power and peace and love. I receive unconditional love. I radiate unconditional love. I just started creating those thoughts. That's meditation. And gradually, what happened? What happened? What will happen if we start saying, I am a peaceful being, I am a peaceful being, I am a peaceful being? What will start happening? What will happen? We will shift to being a peaceful being. Sankalp se siddhi, thoughts manifest. Simple way to experiment. Monday evening, tomorrow, come back home and just start saying, I'm very tired. I'm very, very tired today. And then everyone around you will start saying, they're very tired. They're very tired. They are very tired. And everyone gives us such powerful blessings. Tired, 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 tired. And then I'm tired. Destiny. Just sit back and just repeat for a few times. I'm fresh, I'm vibrant, I'm energetic, I'm perfect, I'm healthy. Can we do that? Can we do that? The reality is, I am a little tired, but I'm not going to create a thought of what the reality is. I will create a thought of what I want the reality to be. And my every thought radiates to the body. So when I start creating a thought, I'm perfect, I'm healthy, I'm fresh, I'm energetic. And not just say it, create the thought, feel it, radiate to the body. Do you think things will start getting better? Yes? Now, please put your hand forward like this. And put any issue of your life in this, any issue. It could be a health issue, it could be a feeling, emotion issue, it could be a relationship issue, it could be a work-related issue, and put it at 50%. And you're not going to tell it to anybody, so just choose one. It's at 50, and now we start creating a thought. Such a big problem in my life. Don't know whether it will ever get resolved. Why do I have this issue in my destiny? Things just don't seem to go right for me. 5, 10, 20, 200, 2000 thoughts. Do you think that problem at 50 will shift? Will it shift when we are creating these kind of thoughts? Yes? Yes? Keep on repeating, problem hai, 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 problem hai. Talk to everybody, problem hai, problem hai, problem hai, problem hai, problem hai. So will it shift from 50? Which direction will it shift? Which direction will it shift? No, it won't go directly to 100 like that, but it will shift from 50 to 55, and if I still continue, problem hai, it will go from 55 to 60. Simplest way to escalate the problem. If my thoughts have the power to shift the issue from 50 to 60, do my thoughts have the power to shift the issue from 50 to 40? Yes, simple. So what's the thought? Same issue. Reality is, it is at 50. My thoughts create reality. So I'm going to create a thought which is now going to shift it from 50 to 40 to 30 to 20 to 10. Finished. What's the thought going to be? Suppose my body is unwell. I'm not well, I'm not well, I'm not well, I'm not well, I'm not well. 50 to 60. 50 to 40. Blessing for the issue. 50 to 40. Thoughts create reality. 50 to 40. What's the thought? I am not only well. Create a thought you want reality to be. You have the power to change your destiny. Not just well. Well is average thought. Higher vibration thought. I am perfect healthy. Take care, don't say, I want to be perfect healthy. I should be perfect healthy. I could be perfect healthy. I will be perfect healthy. Nahi. I am perfect healthy. I am. This is meditation. This is meditation. Start creating the thought you want reality to be. First, for the self. So now instead of I am stressed, it's going to be I am peaceful. I am calm. If anybody has the beautiful quality of intentionally, unintentionally arriving late everywhere, they try very hard but don't know what happens. They always manage to be late. Change the sanskar. I am. Because you know what happens? Now when they have this sanskar, the nature of being late, they're going to say, I'm always late. And people around them are going to say, this person is always late. This is blessing. And when everyone together keeps saying, always late, always late, always late, always late, they will be always late. Thoughts create reality. What would be the blessing now? Shift from 50 to 40 to 30 to 20 to finish. I am always on time. You could make it better by saying, I'm always before time. Yes, I'm always before time. I'm changing a thinking pattern. And even if somebody else comes and says, you're always late, you say, sorry, I'm always on time. Stop them from radiating that negative thought. Change the energy around you. Thoughts create destiny. Thoughts create the world. That's the only way to change the world. There's not going to be another way to change the world. Now, you've chosen your issue. You kept it at 50. Before you leave from here today, you're going to select your thought for that issue. If I have a problem in a relationship with somebody, my thoughts about it is, don't know why, we just don't seem to get along well. I try really hard. I decided I'm going to be very nice to them, but as always, every word. And then people around will start saying, there's a problem in their relationship. And when 10, 20 people bless us, saying there is a problem in our relationship, that's what's destiny going to be. Change. They and me, share. What's going to be the blessing? They and me, share. A very beautiful relationship. I respect them, they respect me. I accept them, they accept me. Harmony is a normal way of living for me. Say it once, say it twice, visualize yourself creating those thoughts, see the scene on the screen of your mind radiating acceptance and respect to them, and within a few days, the other person will not know what has happened to them. That's the power of our thoughts. Thoughts can create happiness, health, harmony, the world. Each time you talk about the world, let's start saying, the world is a beautiful place. The world is Satyug, paradise. The world is Satyug, paradise. When I start creating that high energy thought, it's going to radiate into the world and shift the vibration of the world. Sankalp se siddhi. How many of us are busy? Busy, very low energy word. I'm very busy. I don't have time for myself, I don't have time for my family, I have time for nothing. हिंदी में तो कहते हैं मरने की भी फुर्सत ही नहीं है. I don't even have time to die. मरने की भी फुर्सत नहीं है मुझे. I have no time. Keep saying this. I have no time, I have no time, I have no time. I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. Dadi Janki teaches us. You saw her in the video? She's 103 plus. Last month, she traveled from Mount Abu, Rajasthan, to Dubai, to London, to US, back to London, back to India, went to Hyderabad, came back to Mount Abu, and next month back in London. Next month back in London. Many times in the last few years, the doctors call up Sister Jayanti and say, please come. You know when doctors say, please come? They say, please come. And Sister Jayanti flies all the way from London to Mount Abu. But by the time she takes her 10 hours flight, Dadi Janki has changed. Because she does not allow the situation to overpower her mind. She uses the power of her mind to overpower the situation. And she will tell Sister Jayanti, मैं ठीक हूँ, चलो London चलते हैं. That's the power. And Dadi Ji, with 5,000 centers all over the world, 35,000 surrendered sisters, never ever uses the word, I am busy. And she does not like us using that word either. So she shifted our vocabulary and she said, always say, I am easy. I am easy. With lots to do. Easy doesn't mean not doing anything. Easy means lots to do, probably working 18 out of 24 hours, but I am easy. Lack of time and lack of wealth is not about the amount, it's only an attitude. It's only an attitude. And the more we create an attitude of lack of time, lack of money. I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough. Time or money, we will never have. So today, we leave the word busy in Wembley. Never use the word. It's a very low energy word. It even affects our body health. It even affects our relationship. It radiates a message of not being available for family and friends. Let's say it together. I'm light, I'm easy. I'm always easy. I have lot of time. I have more time than I need. I have more wealth than I need. Sure? Sure? Just change of thought and word will change the feeling, will change the body language, will change the relationship. That's how we will create the new world. So we are not going to use low vibration words. We're going to shift to a high vibration energy. Now, when do we do this? We know we're going to change our thoughts. We know we're going to change the world. How to change it? So the next equation is Vidhi se Siddhi. The method has to be right for the thoughts to manifest. First thing in the morning, simple spiritual changes to change my thought, to change the world. First thing in the morning, my first thought has to be at the highest frequency. And which means, while the eyes are still opening, the phone is not the first thing to be seen. We're not even fully awake before we see the phone. How many of us do that first thing in the morning? Chalo, haath utha lo. How many of us do that first thing in the morning? So when we do that first thing in the morning, what we're doing, we're allowing the world to influence our thoughts. We're already allowing the outer world information to enter my inner world. That's the time to energize my inner world to change the outer world. One way of living, consume the world news first thing in the morning. And the more we consume the world news first thing in the morning, the more we become that, and the more the world becomes that way, and the more we will read that in the next day's newspaper. That's one way of living. And the other way of living is create a shift and change the newspaper of tomorrow. Change the newspaper of tomorrow. We have the power to change the world news. We are not just going to go on absorbing the world news. So first hour in the morning is to energize the self, because we have a lot of time. We have a lot of time, so we are not going to say I don't have time. We have a lot of time. The first 1 hour, when we energize ourselves, it gives us the strength to think right for the remaining 23 hours. So if the mind says, I don't have an hour, please remind the mind that 1 hour is for myself, my health, my relationships, for my work, and for my world. We do not leave the house without charging our phones and charging our laptops. We do not leave the homes without having a bite of breakfast. The only thing we leave home without is charging the mind. And that mind, which is going to create the feelings, create the health, create the relationship, achieve those high targets and take care of the world, is going out into the world every single day without taking care of the self. So first thing to change our thoughts, let's commit 1 hour of self-care time. To be able to radiate unconditional love and respect to others, I will first need to develop a beautiful relationship with myself and connect to God to energize myself. I have to receive unconditional love from someone to be able to give it to others. Today we stand in front of people and we say, give me love, give me respect. Don't we stand like this? Give me love, give me respect. They stand in front of us and say, first you give me. First you give me. I gave it to you last 3 times. It's your turn this time. So we are standing like this. This is not the way to live. The shift in the world is going to be when we shift from asking, seeking, wanting, we shift to giving. giving, 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 and giving always to everyone. Giving love, respect, acceptance to everyone always. And that will only happen when I energize myself every morning. Ready to make a personal commitment? No world news first thing in the morning? Ready to do that? Have mercy on the self. The mind is calm and clean after a good sleep. Absorption power is the highest. The first 2 hours is the highest absorption power of the mind. That is not the time to add anything which is not right to the mind. Violence, terror, and everything else is not the right emotional diet early in the morning. At the Brahma Kumaris, what did we do? You saw all those beautiful faces in the film. Millions of people all over the world, just like you and me, living at home, in the family, working, only started taking out 1 hour in the morning, went to the Raj Yoga Meditation Center and began the morning with study of spiritual knowledge, which was content of peace, love, compassion, empathy, unity, respect. Only a change of emotional diet. A change of emotional diet and exercise of the mind, meditation. Just 1 hour. Just experiment for a month. That's all. Only a month. First 1 hour, no phone. First 1 hour, no newspaper. First 1 hour, no TV news. Just 1 hour. It can all be taken after that. First 1 hour. If my morning is right, and if the vibrations that I create at home are right for my family, I energize my entire family before they leave for the day. The first hour of the morning needs to be at a high vibration. Second step, what we choose in the morning, the affirmation that we selected, I am a peaceful being. My body is perfect and healthy. My relationships are in harmony. I create that in the morning. During the day, after every hour, just pause for 1 minute. Meditation only for 1 minute after every 59 minutes. Pause for 1 minute and repeat. Repeat, revise, reaffirm what we chose to be in the morning. Otherwise, in the morning I would choose to be peaceful, and by 10, 11, 12, I get sucked into the energy of the environment and the people around me. So I need to repeat and revise that with myself. I am a peaceful being. I am child of the ocean of peace. 1 minute after every 59 minutes. We all have 1 minute after every 59 minutes. It's called the traffic control of the mind. Visualize a day when the traffic signals on the road are not working. What will happen? That's what happens over here. There's a jam here. All the thoughts are stuck because there's no traffic control. After every hour, 1 minute pause. Before going to bed. The highest rating of the news channels is early morning and late night. And both the times are harmful for the human mind and the body. The last information before going to sleep is going to work on the mind in the next 6 hours on the subconscious mind. Choose what you want to put into your mind. The last hour, again, no phone, no television, no office emails and office messages, because my mind has to go off to sleep. If I sleep well, I wake up early and right. My day is right, I sleep well at night. It's a vicious cycle. If I don't sleep right, when I wake up, the body is rested, the mind is tired. Simple sign, please check when you wake up, do you feel like sleeping a little more? Do you feel like sleeping a little more? Yes, because the mind has not energized. Because even while the body was sleeping, the mind was thinking. So an hour before you go to bed, don't fall off to sleep. Silently slow down your mind and put it to sleep. 2 ways of living. Sit back, check the day, resolve if there's any issue on the mind, any hurt, any anger I created. Visualize the scene again like we did right now in 30 seconds. Clean the mind, prepare the new behavior. During the day, 3 meals or 2 meals. How many of you are watching television or are on the phone while you're having your meal? Eating has become like a side business for us. It just happens on its own. We are doing other things. Either I'm driving, or I'm chatting, or I'm on the phone, or I'm having an argument, or I'm having a business meeting and I'm eating. Food and the vibration of the food has a direct impact on the state of mind. If I want to create high vibration thoughts, my food has to be a high vibration diet, sattvic food, pure energy, high vibration food. Again, a new experiment, just for 3 months. Choose a high vibration diet. Diet is not only about proteins, carbohydrates, minerals. Diet is about the emotional vibration of that food. The way the money is earned for the family, the way the food is cooked, has a direct impact on the minds and bodies in that house. Visualize a slaughterhouse, 15-20 days. The animal, what's the emotion that animal is creating? What's the emotion that is getting created? What's the emotion that is getting created there? Fear, anger, hatred, helplessness, resentment, violence, death. Comes on my plate, I say health. It's not health. It's health for the body, if it is health for the body. But it's toxic for the mind. Jaisa an, vaisa man. We are what we eat. If you want to change the destiny of your family, just check the state of mind with which you cook for them. Destinies can change from the kitchen. Food is not about just grabbing a bite. Food is about being in that high vibration stage, cooking for the family. In the last few years, we have been eating out more than we're eating at home. 2-3 generations back, people didn't know the concept of eating out. And the children today say, "Oh, Mom, I have to eat at home today." That's the shift that has got created. Cooking at home is not just feeding the body, it's making your family emotionally healthy. You want a happy family? Start cooking for them. And while you're cooking for them, radiate all those peaceful, powerful, loveful vibrations in the food and watch minds change. Watch the minds change. So another experiment, sattvic food. Now, one is the cooking of the food, next is the having the meal. Let's create a culture at home. 10 minutes of the meal will be without phone and television. Phone on silent, phone away from the dining table. Because even if it's lying there on the dining table, I might go. Just 10 minutes. Because what we do is what our children are going to do. We've lived in an era without phones. They don't even know how life is without phones. At least let's create a culture of using technology the right way. We were all taught just before beginning a meal, what are we supposed to do? Pray. Raise your hands. How many pray 3 times a day before they begin the meal? So can we start doing that today? Can we start doing this today? Yes? Why were we taught to pray before a meal? Because just before a meal, I again create a very high energy thought. I'm a pure being, I'm a powerful being, I'm a child of the ocean of power and peace, and God's love and blessings energize my meal. Now that food is not food, it is prasad. Now that water is not water, it is Amrit. Amrit is not this much of water, Amrit is this glass of water which has high, pure, powerful thoughts. So we can convert our every glass of water into high vibration thought just by connecting to that supreme power, radiating the right thoughts. Jaisa an, vaisa man, jaisa pani, vaisi vani. As is the food, so is the mind, as is the water, so is our words. Can we do that? 10-second pause before a meal, before having a glass of water? Yes? Yes? Do it for 3 months. And you will start seeing your thinking pattern change. Simple, early morning, meditation, spiritual study, during the day, 1 minute after every 1 hour, before going to sleep, again without technology and television, 20 minutes again cleaning my mind, just before having a meal, connecting to God, creating the high energy thought, energizing the food, and taking care during the day that my every thought is the high vibration thought. Just by doing these few simple techniques, our way of thinking will change. And when our thoughts will change, happiness, health, harmony, the world will change. We have the power to create Satyug, heaven on earth, with our thoughts. Because we all raised our hand that we have created the world as it is today, and so our thoughts have the power to create the world we all saw at the beginning of the program. We are at that stage of the caterpillar. Things seem to be a little uncomfortable, but we've just reached for the butterfly now. But that change has to be created by us. Now, you all raised your hand at the beginning of the program that you're ready to create the change. Now, please raise your hands that you're ready to create the change. So 1 week, Monday to Monday. Monday to Monday. What are we not going to use for 1 week? What are we not going to use for 1 week? Hanji? Anger. And for that I will prepare tomorrow morning. I am a peaceful being, pure being, powerful being. My body is perfect and healthy. The I am that we are doing is not just applicable to us. Do it for people around you also. Your vibrations will influence them and they will be inspired to change. If someone comes late to work, tomorrow just start creating a thought, you're always before time. Just start thinking it, saying it, thinking it, saying it. You're going to raise your vibration, radiate it to them, raise their vibration, change their sanskar. Our thoughts have the power. We have the power to change the world. How many of you have not learned meditation, have never come to the center and learned Raj Yoga meditation? नहीं सीखा है. हाँ, एक बार सीख लेते हैं. Let's experiment. Meditation now is not an option. When I came to the Brahma Kumaris 20 years back, nobody around me was learning meditation in my college, amongst my friends, and they looked at me and they said, something wrong in life? You're going there? Because that was that era, 20 years back. And we thought only if there was tragedy in life, somebody would go to meditate or go towards spirituality. Today, meditation is not a choice. Meditation is not a question of personal interest. Meditation is a necessity. Meditation is a necessity for my emotional well-being, my mental health, my physical health, my relationships, and for my world. Meditation is a necessity. Last week I read a very beautiful quote. Please meditate 20 minutes daily, and if you're busy, meditate for an hour. Simple, no? Because we have to use our mind. So the more you're going to use your mind, the more you need to charge it. The more you use your phone, the more you need to charge it. 5 years back, we used to charge our phone in the morning. And nowadays, what do we do? What do we do? Everywhere we sit for 5 minutes, we charge the phone. Airport, restaurant, coffee shop, everywhere, some friend's place. And best thing, now we carry the charger with us. So Raj Yoga is about carrying the charger with us. And who is that charger? Meditation, Raj Yoga meditation means knowing myself, knowing my strengths, my qualities, emerging my original quality of purity, peace and love in my every thought, word and behavior, and creating and experiencing a very personal relationship with that source of unconditional love and power. God is a concept for most of us. God is a concept for most of us. And many of us have experienced that when we take out time to remember Him, the mind runs away to work or runs away to some problem of life. It doesn't stay where it's supposed to be because we need to experience that personal relationship. That is Raj Yoga meditation. In London, in UK and all over Europe, as we saw in the film, centers of meditation and retreat centers where each one of us is free to walk in any time. Sisters and brothers are always there. A very beautiful family of selfless giving. Call them up, write to them. They are always there for us. Always there to give, and to give. Next Saturday, at the main center of London, that is on the 29th, Sister Jayanti, who's the director of all our centers in UK and Europe and is an instrument who with Dadi Janki traveled all over the world, and that map which you saw that the Brahma Kumaris reached 120 countries, that map happened with Dadi Janki and Sister Jayanti traveling all over the world. Sister Jayanti is going to have a very, very beautiful interactive session on a topic which is the need of the hour, and that topic is feeling safe. Feeling safe. And as we go out this evening, you will get a prasad. Prasad means a sweet which has been cooked by the sisters in a state of meditation. And you will get this little booklet which is going to share with you information of the upcoming programs at the center of the Brahma Kumaris. So the next program is on next Saturday, 29th, Feeling Safe with Sister Jayanti. On the 13th of July, the entire day is a retreat at the same center, a retreat on Raj Yoga meditation. All the retreats, all the activities of the Brahma Kumaris are conducted as a service for the community. There never, ever, ever is a cost attached to any program. It is the brothers and sisters of the family who have benefited from the meditation who volunteer and take care of all the programs, one being all of us having gathered here today at Wembley. Each one of them, really it's a beautiful thing to come and meet them. Each one of them is working, looking after their family, and yet have time to be there for all of us. On behalf of the Brahma Kumaris family, I thank each one of you for being here today. You have all contributed towards being here together and creating a collective consciousness of creating a shift within. Together, we are going to create a new world where peace will be the religion, love will be our language, unity will be our culture, and happiness will be a normal way of living. We will create this world because this is the world everyone is looking for. Satyug, paradise, heaven on earth, is a distant dream for many. Together, you and me will make this a reality for the world. We will create this new world. Let's sit back and see this new world and prepare ourselves for the next week. Just a few minutes. Relax the body. Sit straight. Just sit straight. We're going to create those thoughts, and in that you're going to specifically put the thought which you had selected at that 50% issue. One thing which I forgot to share. When you get this booklet and you see the events, on the last page you will read about the retreat center at Oxford, the Global Retreat Center. All of you have supported the refurbishment project of the retreat center. Each one has done it in their way. And if you want to do that, you can also visit the website of the retreat center to contribute in getting back that retreat center, which has till date served and conducted retreats for over 3 million people. It's a beautiful retreat center at Oxford. I saw it last time that I was here in 2009, and next year that retreat center will be ready, and together all of us will definitely have a retreat at that retreat center, the new retreat center at Oxford. Will we all be there at Oxford for the new retreat center? Yes. One more last experiment. Please let me know if you agree. Next 20 minutes, as we walk out and we drive home, 20 minutes in absolute silence. The mind needs time to internalize what we have discussed and shared. 20 minutes of me time, checking my thoughts, creating the shift, and planning the change in my lifestyle. Are we ready for a 20-minute silence as we drive home? Powerful souls, 20 minutes silence. Please raise your hands, 20 minutes silence. Thank you. Just a few minutes of meditation, and we will continue being here for 5 minutes. I will guide you when to get up and start moving. We are going to leave this hall in a new way today. Everything is going to be a high vibration karma. Because if we leave the hall in a silent, respectful, dignified way, even our walking out of the hall energizes the soul. And we will carry that high vibration back home. Sit back. Relax the body and take a deep breath 3 times. Breathe in, breathe out 3 times. This body is my costume. It's my body, my name, my position, my family. Everything is mine. I, the creator of every thought, every feeling, I am a divine being. I am a divine being. Divinity, purity in my every thought. My every word is a blessing. I am a divine being. I transform the energy of situations and people. I am a divine being. I accept each one as they are. I accept each one as they are. Everything I watch, read, listen, eat, drink, everything I consume is pure, high vibration emotional diet. I am a divine being. I am the child of the ocean of purity. My parent radiates unconditional love to me. I am the creator of the new world. I create Satyug, heaven on earth. I am the creator. My 1 hour every morning is my time. Time to be with myself and energize myself with God's knowledge and power. I am a divine being. Next 20 minutes is my time. Checking my thoughts and creating the ones I need to change my reality. I am a divine being. Please be seated for 5 minutes. Just in this silence, check that same issue which you had put at 50 and create your thoughts for that issue and situation in life. I request the first 5 rows in the front. First 5 rows, start walking out, please, as angels, light and easy. Light and easy. The first 5 rows in the gallery on the left and the right side. First 5 rows in the gallery, left and right side and at the back. First 5 rows. Light and easy. I am an angel, creator of the divine world. My every karma is creating the new world. First 5 rows in the gallery, only 5 rows. Sharing, caring and cooperation is our normal way to be. Next 5 rows, please. Next 5 rows. The next 5 rows in the gallery. The guests in the front, last 5 rows. Last 5 rows. The door is right next to you, the last 5 rows. Last 5 rows at the back again. Last 5 rows. In silence for the next 20 minutes, so that everything that's on the conscious layer of the mind gets absorbed by the deeper layer of the mind, the subconscious. Last 5 rows again. 5 rows at the back, 5 rows this side. Please use the door at the back. 5 rows, the doors at the back. Next 5 rows at the front, 5 rows at the front, this side, towards the left. Last 5 rows at the back, right at the back, last 5 rows. Next 5 rows, everyone sitting in the front. Thank you to everyone sitting at the back. Everyone can start moving. Thank you so much.